Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 6:15 p.m. We're going to do start with the territorial recognition. So we'd like to acknowledge that Brock University is situated on the land of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe people, many of whom continue to live and work there today. The territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaty and is within the land protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. Today, this gathering place is home to many Métis, First Nations, and Inuit people, and acknowledging that reminds us that our great standard of living is directly related to the resources and friendships of Indigenous people. So I'd like to get a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda for the meeting. Can I get a mover and seconder? Got Hinkle, Charlie. I'm gonna get the participant list up. That makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay, does anybody have anything to add or change to the agenda? If not, we'll say that's approved by general consent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people here today. Okay, so minutes approval. There was one small change. I had noted that Brielle was absent at the last meeting. I have switched that in the meetings. She was at the meeting. Other than that, there were no changes to make unless anybody has anything to change. If not, I'll take a mover and a seconder. Brielle, can I get a seconder? Call. Okay, so we're going to vote on this. Anybody who was not at the last meeting, so anybody who's a new board member, we'll have you abstain from this vote. You won't be able to confirm if the minutes are accurate or not if you weren't at the meeting. So all those in favor, any of the returning board members? Two, three, four. Okay. Don't think that would be anybody opposed. That was everybody who was there. And then I'm going to assume the other 8 of you will be abstaining. Okay, so we'll go into our election for chair. How we've done this in the past has worked fairly well. What I'll do is I'll kind of pass it over to all of you to put your names forward to anybody who's interested in being chair for the year. I'll write down all the names so we have a list. And then we'll kind of go over that list and give everyone who is interested in being chair 60 seconds, 90 seconds, a short time just to speak to why you feel like you would be the best chair for the board this year. We'll let everybody kind of have their time to speak. While that's happening, I'm going to go in the back end of Zoom and I'm going to set up a poll. When we're all ready to go, I'll pop the poll up. It's going to pop up on your screen and all of you will have the opportunity to vote for who you would like to see chair. Noting that, myself, Kate, who's on the call now, Robert and Anusha, the 4 of us don't have a vote. Then I can confirm that afterwards that none of us vote, but I can assure you we're not going to. So I'll open it now. I'll just make a list kind of down here. Does anybody like to put their name forward to be chair? Hinkle, is that for yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Charlie, is for yourself as well?
Yep.
Okay. Brielle, Mohiz as well. Okay. Is anybody else interested? No? Okay. So if you guys don't mind, again, I'm going to go in the back end of Zoom, but we'll start with Hinkle and we'll go down the list. And if each of you want to take a little bit of time and just kind of give your pitch on why you think you'd be a good board chair, that would be great.
Starting with Kaylee.
Starting at the top, Hinkle can go first.
Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great summer so far. So I wanted to put my name forward for chair. I was on the board last year and I've really enjoyed it so far. Along with being on the board, I was there for most of the meetings, and along with that, I put two motions forward. One, which was for a Remembrance Day, to relook over the plan, and we are still working on that. And another one was for the EMR program, which we did some research on and thought it was best that we dropped the idea. But the point is that I really enjoy being on the board, and I love being active. Along with being on the board, I'm on other clubs for BUSU, and I'm on executive positions for those too. I love being involved in the school. I am also a Med Plus student, and along with school, I'm also in leadership positions outside of Brock. So overall, I love being on board. I love being part of BUSU, and I hope you'll support me. Thank you.
It's great. Thank you, Hinkle. Charlie, please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. For those who do not know me, my name is Charlie Martin. I'm a fourth-year political science major with a minor in history, and I'm in the Law Plus program. Unfortunately, I was unable to meet with you all in the board meeting trading back in May, as I was in Europe undertaking a course for the history of the Isle of Man. So it's nice to meet you all tonight. Yeah, so I'm honored to stand before you today as a candidate for the chair of the board of directors. As a student advocate with experience in organizations like the Ontario Undergraduate Student Alliance, or USA, and BUSU since my first year, I've dedicated myself to representing and improving student life. Last year, I had the privilege of being a member on this board, where I learned the intricacies of its functions. This experience equips me to lead as chair, understanding the importance of collaboration and clear communication. My journey as an aspiring lawyer has instilled me with a deep respect for honesty and adherence to guidelines, principles that I believe are fundamental to effective governance. Serving on Brock Student Conduct Council as a student assistant, I administer our code of conduct, which has further honed my commitment to fairness and accountability. This year, if elected as chair, I aim to bring this dedication and experience to the role of the chair, ensuring that our decisions reflect the values of integrity, transparency, and overall student welfare. With our collective efforts, I think that we can make sure every student's voice is heard and respected. So, thank you.
It's great. Thank you, Charlie. Brielle, go ahead.
Thanks, Kaylee. Just quickly, I am in a hospital right now because my mom fell. So if you hear an announcement on the PA, it's just because I'm in the hospital in case that happens. But anyways, good evening, board members. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as a candidate for the position of board chair of our student union. And as I look around our virtual room, I'm thankful to be working among other dedicated and talented individuals. And together, I believe we can achieve great things. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to continue this journey alongside all of you. Last year, I chaired one of the BUSU board meetings, and I have extensive board chair experience through other clubs and leadership organizations. So for example, I served 2 years as board chair of the International Council of Student Leaders for the Golden Key International Honor Society. I also served as a Canadian representative on the ICSL for 2 years, and I've been formally trained in parliamentary procedure, which is a crucial skill as the board chair. Currently, I'm a master's student, consecutive years in various volunteer and staff roles within BUSU, and since my first year of undergrad, plus my 2 years of teacher's education. I'm very familiar and knowledgeable about the organization and our mission of serving Brock students, as I was the longest serving BUSU student counselor for 6 years before we amalgamated to BUSU EC. And I'm on my second year serving as a BUSU board member. And previously, I was the chair of the BUSU Appeals Committee for a year. And I've also been a BUSU delegate for the Ontario Undergraduate Student Alliance twice. So I'd really appreciate your vote, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to collaborate with each and one of you as a leader on this board with all of our dedication and enthusiasm. And I really appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Brielle. Mohiz, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you, Brielle, Charlie, and Hinkle, and good evening, board. So I'm very honored and excited today to be putting forward my candidacy for the board chair. I have extensive experience working with multinational organizations, in particular World Vision, United Nations, CTNR, Modular Buildings, Home Solutions, Ontario Young Liberals, Prime Minister's Youth Council, and UNESCO, including RNTC Media. And my focus really for the board is to try to advance, like basically to really push our organization as BUSU and board forward and to really understand student advocacy. I've been very passionate with student advocacy for the last 6 years, and I've been able to demonstrate this in multiple roles. As I mentioned, designing policy interventions for World Vision, meeting with their stakeholders. And Tim Hortons, I've served as franchisee manager for the last 2 years, where I improved workplace culture, enhanced profit margins, advocated for student employment, and implemented OHSA legal guidelines, and helped facilitate meetings and um, board gatherings for safety improvement. Apart from these kind of experiences that I have in the organizations I've been involved in, what I really want to hit home is that my approach as a board chair and as your leader, even a vice chair, is to really try to understand and engage all their stakeholders. I'm a prolific reader. I read a lot. I have a rich understanding and Brielle mentioned parliamentary procedure. I understand that. I also understand security studies, international relations, and I have multiple contacts, including Jose Caster, who's on the Ontario Young Liberals. And I also worked with Vince Badaway for the Member of Parliament in Niagara, and Yasser Nekvi in Ontario, who's a Member of Parliament in Ottawa. So in all these different roles, what I've really been able to understand, and coming from now, I guess, and from an outsider perspective, is what does it take to really advance a regional objective or a regional kind of collective aim. And that means that what I'm going to bring from my perspective, apart from a very BUSU-centric approach, is how can we take BUSU regionally? How can we advance it in Ontario and other organizations, and really foster inter-university communication and objectives? So I hope my pitch can be, obviously, may move you and may get you excited. I do want to be able to bring all my contacts, be able to integrate BUSU into wider frameworks, and I hope you can consider me for the board chair or vice chair. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mohez. I'm just going to stop sharing here for a second, and I'm going to pull up the poll. Okay, does everybody see that on their screen? It should pop up. Okay, everybody, I think we have, hold on. Let me just double check the number of participants. If anybody hasn't voted, please vote now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody has voted that can vote. We actually have a tie. The tie is between Hinkle and Brielle. So if it is okay with everyone, I will redo the poll one more time, just with those two names. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna pop it up again. Oh, maybe I can't do it again. Maybe we have to do another one. Relaunch poll. I'm gonna try to relaunch it. I don't know if it's updated yet. No, it didn't update. Sorry, 1 sec. Let me just, give me a second. Duplicate, copy. It. Okay, this should work now. Share, copy. Okay. Okay, everybody's voted. Congratulations, Brielle. Been elected chair. Okay, so I'm gonna add that to the, give me 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna move right along and do the same thing for vice chair. So anybody who's interested in vice chair, please put your names forward. Mohis, Hinkle, Irene, Charlie. Okay, we've got those four. Maybe just like 10 seconds each. We'll give Irene a little bit more time because she didn't run for chair, but Mohis, if you just want to, if you have anything to say, if you don't, that's okay too. Mohis, are you there?
Sorry, am I repeating it or making a short one, I guess?
Just like, if there's anything else you want to add, just add it now. I wouldn't repeat everything though.
Yeah, so again, it would mean a lot if you can vote for me. It'll make a big difference. I do have contacts, as I mentioned, all over, and I have reached out to, as of June 24th, I reached out to 30 student unions, and I am trying to contact them and build frameworks that way as well. So if you do want skill, if you do want integration, if you do want someone who's very proactive, do pick me for sure.
Perfect, thanks. Mohis, Hinkle, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I don't have anything more to add, but I'm very excited for this year.
Perfect, thank you. Irene, or how about Charlie, you go first, just see if you have anything else to add, and then we'll let Irene speak.
Yeah, I'll just be very quick. I'll just add, as I guess co-chair, or sorry, not co-chair. But I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, all I want to say is
Vice chair.
Vice chair. Thank you. I don't even know the title. That's not good. Okay. Anyways, I just want to say as vice chair, I know it's vital in case of the if the chair is not available, you need a vice chair to be there. Last year, I was there at every single meeting there was. So I'm here 100%. Well, we'll try my best to be here as much as I can. And as I said before, I have experience from last year, so I could use all the information I learned from last year to, further assist with the board this year, if it comes down to it. So thank you.
Thanks, Charlie. Irene, go ahead.
Am I audible? Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Irene, and I'm going into my third year of biomedical sciences. I'm also a Math Plus student. This is my first year at the board, but I'm always open to like new experiences. And one thing about me is that I love learning new things. But I do have previous experience with being a part of the advisory council. I was a part of BUSAC in my first year, and I was also a part of the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences Association, where we kind of sat with the dean, and we advocated for student issues and how we can further improve our faculty. So I spoke for medical sciences. I've also been, I know our new building is coming up, which is really exciting. And last year I worked with Carly. I was a part of the VPUA advisory committee where we met together and talked about ideas for the new building. So I'm excited for that too, for next year. And I've had other leadership roles in BUSU clubs as well. I'm the president of the Brock Winter Club. I'm also involved in other executive positions of other clubs. Overall, one thing that I found out during my journey at Brock is that I'm really passionate about student issues. And that's something I'm looking forward to with my position, hopefully as vice chair. So I would appreciate all of your votes. Thank you. And thank you for listening to my spiel. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Irene. So I'm going to put the poll up again. Let's check. Okay, we're just waiting on 2 more. If you want to vote, get your vote in, please. Just 1 more.
I'm not able to vote. It's showing me a blank.
It's showing you a
like,
blank.
yeah, it's not showing me anything. I'll exit out and then could you like send it again? I'll physically see it.
If you're comfortable with it, do you want to just like private message me on Zoom who you're voting for? And I can just add that in. Okay. Okay, perfect. So with 11 voting on there and then Ritik's vote, congratulations, Charlie. He's been elected to be vice chair. Okay, we are going, I'll pass it off to Brielle to chair if you're comfortable, Brielle, or if you're in the hospital and need Charlie to take over, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, she may have some connection problems. Is she cutting out for others or is it just me?
Don't hear anything. I think you might be connected to the hospital Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can hear her, like it's audible, but it's very like stuttery. Yeah.
Like I can't hear any.
It says here Brielle's network bandwidth is low. It even says that right above her name.
Okay. In the meantime, then while she maybe gets a better connection. Charlie, are you comfortable taking over now?
The call actually did drop on me at one point, but I got back in. So we'll see how long it lasts. It's like work room that I'm in. Are you okay to share your screen again, Haley, so we can see the agenda? Oh, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Hello?
Very poorly.
Yeah,
Now,
we can hear
now
you
we
now.
can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you right now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think Charlie's just gonna have to take over for
Okay.
now. Just Charlie, so you know, we do have a couple individuals who are coming to the in-camera session, and they've been asked to join around 6:45. So we'd like to do that first before the Green Levy request, if that's okay
Okay.
with the board. We'll just have to motion to go in camera, and I think Robert's got some stuff to go over before they join anyways. So
Okay. So should we motion to go to in camera now, or should we? I understand it's 6:41, so I don't know if with 4 minutes time if that's enough.
yeah, I think we can go in camera now.
Okay.
The Green Levy request it shouldn't take too long. We can just get that done at the end. It's not urgent, even if this in-camera session took a while, we can push it to the next meeting.
Okay. Then in that case, I think now correct me if I'm wrong here. I ask for a mover and seconder, and then we'll
Yep.
go into in camera.
Correct.
Okay, so can I get a mover and a seconder to go into our in-camera session? I got Hinkle and Rittick.
Okay, and then we just need a vote. We do have 12 people voting. Anytime it's non-contentious, you can usually just see if there's any objections.
Okay, all those in favor of going into in camera, please vote. That's a yes for me too.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm just going to record that as everyone. I'm sure no one is objecting to that. Okay, I'm going to stop recording. It's recording. Okay, so here to present 3 different Green Levy requests. I will give a bit of a background. This document was on the portal though, so I hope everyone did have a chance to read through it ahead of time. We spoke a little bit at the board training about different levies that students are charged. There's a clubs levy, there's the UPass levy, there's health and dental plan. We also have one called the Green Levy. It's $1.22 per credit fee. It's charged to all undergraduate students. It works out to approximately $100,000 a year. And it's used to fund sustainability initiatives that BUSU does. And it's made to benefit BUSU and benefit the Brock community. So in the past, some examples, all those water bottle refill stations that you see around Brock, those are paid for by the Green Levy. We've purchased some swag in the past, which I'm looking to purchase again this year. Waste sorting, which was a big success last year, looking to fund that again. And then there's been some kind of one-off products, some like reusable coffee cups for General Brock, biodegradable cutlery, et cetera, et cetera. But we kind of got to a point where we're like, okay, you know, we're kind of doing these one-off projects here and there. We kind of need an expert to come in and give us some advice on how to best spend this money. No one at BUSU is a sustainability expert, so we reached out to Brock Sustainable, and they worked with us a couple years ago to create the sustainability plan, which is linked there. And the purpose was to give us a better 3-year plan on how to be spending the Green Levy funds. One of the biggest part of the plan, they talk about improving some of our fixtures at Brock in our building. Our building is quite old. It's got very old windows. It also had very poor lighting. So last year, the board approved around $200,000 because we had some money saved up in reserves to refit all of the light fixtures in the Student Alumni Center. And that project, it's wrapping up hopefully this week. It's taking quite a while, but they have literally replaced every single light in our building. And as a result, we're going to see some significant money, like utility cost decrease, and the lights are just better for the environment as well. So we are not looking to take on the windows this year. We do have some hopeful plans for a new building in the future. So we'll look at what windows look like when that kind of comes to fruition. But there are 3 things that I'm looking to get covered this year. As of right now, these are the only things that are on the horizon. Things may come up. I'll come to the board again if there are other requests. The first is waste sorting. So last year, the board approved funds to implement this waste sorting system in Isaacs, or in Union Station, I should say. So if you've been to Union Station last year, you've noticed that instead of the kind of separated bins that you put your garbage or your recycling or your organic waste in, we've switched to a system that essentially there's 3 very large racks that are located throughout Union Station, and students go and put all of their garbage, all of their recycles, all of their biodegradable on those racks. And then the racks are cut up, the bins are taken back, and they're properly sorted. A fun fact is that almost every single thing that comes out of Union Station is biodegradable, including the packaging. So it's really great that we're able to capture that and make sure that it's getting to the appropriate bin, whether it's organic or recycled. Another benefit of it is we get to hire students, and we get to pay students to help with sorting. So you can see here the cost breakdown and a little blurb here about the success rate. So if you look back to pre-COVID, every year Brock does an annual waste audit. Our building back in 2019, we produced 7.75% of all waste at Brock. And the waste audit for 2023 just came out, and that number was reduced down to 2.36, which is extremely low for a building that is producing so much food, like food waste that's coming out of it. So it's obviously really working. It's having a big impact in our building, and we're looking to continue it this year. So the request here is for $23,500. That's to cover the cost of the students that are going to help with the waste sorting. We also have to get the bins picked up, which is expensive, but that's part of the cost. And we're hoping to do more this year, so the cost has gone up a little bit more. And then just an unexpected cost that came up last year was purchasing the actual organic bags that have to go in the bins. So Dave, who runs our social enterprises, has asked for that extra $1,500. The second part is for Isaac's patio. Sorry, my kids are fighting. So every year we do purchase some items that go out on the patio that try to make it a more green and more like pleasant looking place for individuals to come and have lunch. Last year, the costs are there. Similar cost this year. This year they did want to purchase an irrigation system to help make sure that the plants can be watered easier. They have a lot of plants that are hanging up very high. So this is just a one-time cost that the Isaacs staff are looking to make. And then down here, the last thing, we have Eco Swag. So in the past, you know, we've prioritized quantity over quality, I would say. We would try to buy as much as we could to give out to students. And to be quite frank, it was crap, poor quality t-shirts, cups that students didn't really want. And a lot of the stuff, I imagine, ended up in the garbage. So our focus the last few years has really been to order higher quality items that students will actually keep. As a result, lower quantities, but you know, if they're staying out of the landfill, that's what we want. We also want students to, you know, wear their sweaters throughout the year, and we want them to have their lanyards showing on their backpacks and whatnot. So a little different with the Eco Swag. One thing that the Green Levy can cover is the price difference between a standard low quality non-eco item, which is listed here for all of them, the price difference to upgrade to a higher quality item. So that's kind of why this breakdown is a little bit different.
Kaylee, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I don't see your screen up. Are you trying to share your screen?
Oh, did I not? Did it just stop sharing?
I never saw it up to begin with. I'm not sure if anybody else did.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Can you see
It's
that
up
now?
Yeah.
Sorry. Hopefully you're able to follow along. If you need me to go over anything else, let me know. But you can see here kind of the standard cost of an equivalent swag item, a higher quality eco one, the price difference, the number that we're looking to purchase, and then the cost of the price difference. So ultimately, I've got the three motions that are listed up here. The $23,500 for waste sorting, the $740.82 for the plants and supplies for the patio, and then $17,404 for eco swag for the year. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Yeah.
Thank you, Kaylee, for sharing the information. Are there any questions for Kaylee and specifically the Green Levy requests? Charlie, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the presentation, Kaylee. I have one question regarding the extra assistant student labor costs difference on page 1. I'm just curious, is like the extra money going towards like a new hired student, or is this just a increase? What's the
Yeah.
purpose behind the increase?
Yeah, just
Thank you.
my understanding is minimum wage has gone up, so we've just estimated that that staff member is going to cost us a little bit more money.
Okay. Can I have a follow-up question? Do we anticipate hiring a new student, or is this just for current student?
I actually don't. Dave's already done his hiring for the year,
Okay.
so I don't know if that individual is already in place. I don't know if it's someone from last year or if it's somebody brand new. But what Dave basically said is they need somebody to monitor it for about 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. So that's approximately what that's going to cost. There's a calculation. Kate's got it. 'Cause we're closed certain weeks of the year and over the Christmas break. So it's not certainly not a full-time position, but it's going to be, and it also, I should add, it's not likely one person. It's probably 2 or 3 or 4 students that kind of work shift work to cover the time that needs to be covered.
Perfect. Mohis, go ahead.
Thank you, Bria. So I also had similar question to Charlie. So when we mentioned extra assistance student labor costs, is there any kind of like budget that we can see or something preliminary, like how exactly the costs are being allocated?
Yeah, so I can tell you that this cost was the exact cost of covering that position last year. So that was for the, again, 5 or 6 hours a day for the weeks that were open, not including reading week or once we closed down in December. So this estimation, it's not an exact number. It's just what we expect that position to cost this year with minimum wage going up.
Does that answer your question, Mohis?
Sorry, I was referring to the extra assistance, the upper.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I was
meant-
just
yeah.
same spiel. I was just highlighting the wrong number. So this is what that position cost us last year. We're just looking to raise it a little bit more, anticipating that it's going to cost us more because minimum wage has gone up. The reason why the organic waste removal is going up is because as we get better with waste sorting and as we end up putting more items into the organic bin as opposed to the garbage or the recycling, we're going to need more bins to be picked up, and we just want to make sure we have it covered. This doesn't mean that $14,000 or $18,000 or $1,500 gets given to Dave to spend, he just kind of takes away from it. So ultimately, if we only end up spending, you know, $12,500 on extra assistance, that's all it's going to come from the levy. So it's just giving him a bit of wiggle room to work with.
Yeah, and it has to be approved of the board, so that's why we need to do that. Okay, Ritik.
Yeah, thank you. So for the whole eco swag thing, I guess I understand the whole, quality situation, but what do you mean exactly when you say quality? Because with some of the products, you are, 3xing the price, 2xing, 4xing the price. So the price increase, what makes it so better quality in your words?
It's made with sustainable material. That's what costs has the cost go up. To give, I don't have my bag with me. To give an example, we used to purchase much cheaper, lower quality totes, and those totes were given out to students at community fair throughout the year. By the end of the year, the stack that we had left over would start ripping just from sitting there. So they were really low quality. There's no way that a student is going to be able to put books in it still, and almost guaranteed that that item would be in the garbage. The Food First tote and BUSU tote that we're looking to purchase, it's one that we purchased before. It's made of recyclable material. It's high quality. We've had them for a few years now, and we've gotten some good feedback from students that have gotten them.
Awesome. Does that answer your question? Perfect. Yeah. I personally like the lunch Tupperware that we give away. I know one year, I don't know if you guys did it this past year, but you had like the to-go cereal where you put like the milk in the cereal. I think that was kind of cute for students on the go taking their breakfast with them. So more things like that would be amazing for students, and if it's sustainable, that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other questions for Kaylee in the Green Levy request? Perfect. I think we can then move to our motions that are on the table.
To put them together as one, if that's okay, Brielle.
That's totally fine. I'm okay with that. Is everybody else okay with that? Just give a thumbs up. Perfect. All right. Yeah, we'll put it all together then. Do you want to read the motion or do you want me to read it, Keely?
No, I could read it if you'd like. It says, be it resolved, board approves $23,500 from the Green Levy to support waste sorting in Isaacs for the 2024-2025 year. Be it further resolved, the board approves $740.82 from the Green Levy for plants and supplies for Isaac's patio. And then be it further resolved, board approves $17,404 from the Green Levy for eco swag for the 2024-2025 year.
Okay, so all those in favor, please raise your virtual hand.
Sorry, I just need a mover and seconder first.
Oh, sorry. Can I get a mover for that motion? Sorry, put your hands down for a second. That was my fault. Can I get a mover for the motion? Mohis, seconder, Mo. All right, now all those in favor. I can't see.
Sorry, I've got 8 in favor.
8 in favor.
Ian, I don't think I got your vote, or Ritik. I don't know if you just want to like thumbs up if that's okay.
Make sure you raise your hand, not just a thumbs up, just so we know. So once again, all those in favor, just keep your hand raised. Okay. Any against? Put your hands down, and any against? And any abstentions? Did everybody vote, Kaylee?
I'm missing 2, but I think we've got quorum on it, and I think there may just be some hands up concerns, but I think we're okay.
Okay. Okay, so motion passes. And we move into our last part of the agenda, which is the adjournment, and we just need a motion to adjourn. So who would like to, perfect, Thomas, amazing. So adjournment happens at 8:03 p.m.